If you're curious to find out what $100 can get you at Journalsay, then stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm Tracy and I want to welcome you back to my channel. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. And today I have quite a big Journalsay haul. I think I know it was over 30 items for just under $100, and I'm super excited to share this with you guys. Now, this was gifted to me. What they did was they gave me a $100 gift card to spend in their shop. Basically, all I need to do is just share the products with you guys. They also gave me a discount code to share with you all, which will save you an additional 8% off of your purchase. And I do believe you can use those in combination with sale items and things like that. So my discount code is Tracy, just TRACY. So yeah, this is my first time actually getting anything from Journalsay. I have shopped their site numerous times, especially when I was trying to find things for my reading journal, the Alice in Wonderland themed. So I have shopped there several times before. It's a very easy website to shop because there's only journaling and crafting supplies. You can search by theme, by type, and things like that. So even if you don't know what you're looking for, you can literally just scroll pages and pages to see if something catches your eye, which is so much simpler than those like big warehouse sites like Temu or Amazon, where you kind of have to type in a search term in order to find what you're looking for. So yeah, that was really nice. It was a really nice shopping experience, online shopping experience. And I also want to note before I open this up that I was kind of concerned about like tariffs and that whole process. So what they do is they add on the tariffs to the actual total of your charge, so you will see it broken down, so you do not have any additional charges upon delivery. You pay everything up front. So I believe my total was like $95 and my duty charge was $4.77, just in case you were kind of curious how that works out. However, that can fluctuate, and that was, I believe I ordered this like on December 30th of 2025. So it took about 2 weeks to get here. All right, so let's go ahead and open this. This did come in a mailing package, like one of those white packages, and it was bubble wrapped too. So the box itself was bubble wrapped. So it was shipped a lot better than other warehouse sites. I don't really know if you want to call this a warehouse site or what have you, but I was very impressed with the shipping, and it did ship like through a third-party carrier and then went to the USPS, or at least that's how it was with me. So here's your little card. Again, look, everything is bubble wrapped in here. The packaging is very impressive as well, especially for a discount site. That is very, very impressive. Okay, why am I trying to salvage the sticker? Maybe I want to use it for memory keeping as I rip it. So here we go, guys. This is $100 worth of items. My goal when I was shopping was to get a little bit of everything. I was just kind of curious what they had. Obviously, you'll see some familiar brands in here, but I was just, also wanted to get things I knew I would use. So I got PET tapes, I got washi, I got papers, I got Tombos, I got some zebra mild liners, I got some inks. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of stuff, as you can see. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take this out. As I go through this, if I can figure out what is what, I will try to give you the prices. I do have my printout next to me. It's just probably gonna be hard for me to figure out what is what. All right, y'all, this is it. This is everything. Look how much washi and PET tapes I bought, y'all. I went a little crazy, but they had so many cool things and some things that I think will work on blackout paper. So that's the reason why I went a little crazy here. But yeah, let's just start going through some of this stuff. And I do have my order printout beside me, so I will try my best to find the prices for this as well. I will say that I purchased this right before the new year, so there was a flash sale going on. They usually have sales. So I just kind of want to say that. So what I paid, the price may differ or what have you. So this is the first thing on my order list. This is an ink pad, obviously. It is the Medieval Legend Series Vintage Colorful Metal Shell quick drying ink pad, and I got it in the color Rose Dust. Just because when I started looking at it on the website, this just looked like a color I didn't have. And I paid $3.59. It said it's regular $7.34. Ooh, okay. It looks like, I don't know. Let's flip it in here. Yeah, it looks like the glue came undone. So now this is just kind of sitting here. So that might be a little dangerous to work with, especially me. So yeah, there it is. I need to wipe it now. We may test this, but that might be a little messy trying to do it. So we'll figure that one out. So the next thing that is on my list, let me see if these go in any type of order. They don't. So I'm going to just skip around, because I kind of want to open like items together. So I did order these really cute crane scissors, because I had a really pretty pair of gold scissors and I have absolutely no idea what happened to them. Like, I've cleaned my office several times since they went missing and I still haven't found them. So maybe they got thrown away. And I just want a pair of gold scissors. Look how pretty they are. They're so pretty. Let me see how much these were. Hold on. Oh, it doesn't tell me. It actually didn't print. It goes for $8. I'm pretty sure I paid $4 something for them, but it's not actually telling me on my printout for some reason. So this is the Journalsay one-piece vintage crane shaped scissors. I will say they have quite a few kind of like really cute scissors, whether they're design or different colors, but I just thought they were really cute. Now, to be completely honest, am I going to use these as scissors? I don't know. They might be a decorative element that you see in some of my flat lays, but I had to get them. And also like a little intention there. All right, so there we go. What other, okay, I'm going to save the pens and stuff for last. So let's take a look at these little books here. I think these were $1 and something. These are basically those little tiny sheet sticker books. So these are all stickers. I've seen these at other places before, but these I thought were really pretty. They were just all pink. And I just thought they could be kind of fun. Now, why I went for the pink, I have no idea. I don't know if one of these caught my eye, and you know, because there's pretty clouds there. There's also some cherry blossoms. So maybe that was what I looked. Hopefully I have the price of this. For some reason, things at the end, they didn't tell me how much I actually paid for a lot of it. I think this is like $3.26 maybe, but I obviously got it for like $1 and something. I really wish it had the real size on it, because this is, if this is the right thing, because also the picture didn't print out either. It's 50 sheets. Does it say 50 on here? It does not have anything in English that tells me the actual number of sheets, but this looks like it could be 50 sheets. So it's 50 sheets of aesthetic landscape mini journal sticker art book. So yeah, there we go there. Then I have the homemade on paper. For some reason, I can't find this. Oh, sorry guys. I'll try to find it and like insert it, the name of it. But it says on paper, homemade paper. And these are clear little pieces here, but they have, it's like acetate. I don't think it's a sticker. This one just came out, so I don't know why I bought this. Some of the stuff I was just like adding to cart. Oh, it is a sticker. It is a sticker. Like some of the stuff I was adding to cart because I was just curious about it. Let's use the back of this. Again, this was probably $1 and something. I didn't really pay that much for a lot of it, but you can see how that is. I'll just show you a few because we have a lot to go through today. I think I thought these might have been bigger. I don't ever check the sizes. They're always in centimeters. So I'm like, I don't know what that is. I mean, I know what centimeters are, but I don't think in terms of centimeters. I always think in inches. So I never really pay attention to the sizes. But there we go there. Figure out how to use this. I think it could be fun. I was trying to buy things that were a little, some of them would be like outside of what I would usually use. Here is a whole bunch of window frames. This is the Forgotten. This is You Complete Wonderful is what it says on here. So you can see this has like spider webs on it or cracks or whatever. They're all kind of like, they definitely have the vintage look. I mean, again, these are like little things that I feel like you can add to all of your pages. And these are matte. These aren't glossy. The paper that it's on is a little glossy if it's giving you that like shine effect. But these are matte stickers. Sometimes I like to use frames with like words behind it or something like that to highlight something. We'll see. I just feel like, again, it's something good to have in my stockpile. Okay, and then this is window seals, and it's 8 pieces. Again, a lot of this stuff was like $1 and something, like under $2. And when it's under $2, I'm like, hey, that looks like that can be cool. Add to cart. So again, these are more matte colors, but they are stickers. I mean matte, not like matte colors. Like they're not shiny. So these are definitely more like springy. You have your like florals and your greenery on the windows and the window seals. And then we have the Twilight Forest. Now I don't think I purposely looked for matte. That is my preference. I don't think I purposely did that. Let me move some of this out. You know, I have a darker desk, so I'm not 100% sure how it's all going to show up, but I'm just trying to give you an idea. I just thought these were really, really pretty. And I think these would be really pretty like in my catch-all planner or things like that where I always don't have enough room to decorate. It's like one impactful sticker that can go on like just an open space. Look how pretty that is. So it looks like you get 2 of each. And you get quite a few designs as I drop some on the floor. I gotta figure out how to organize this. So that way I remember that I have them when I just randomly want to decorate a spread. That's gonna be the challenge. Do any of you guys, like, is that I'm sure that's a challenge for a lot of us. Especially like the single stickers, like the almost like die cuts and stuff. And then these are just full garden of books. So again, these are matte. These are stickers. You get 2 of each. I just thought they were really, really pretty. And I like the different colors. So you have colorful ones. You have neutral ones. I mean, you never know when you need a good bookshelf. And it's funny because my reading journal, I don't actually decorate with a lot of book stuff, but I do decorate a lot of my planners and other journal spreads with book themed stuff. So there we go there. Well, I have these. So I have 2 of these. I don't know. I think I accidentally purchased 2. We'll take a look. So this is a trip that goes as you please. I think you get 50 of them in here. So I don't know why I purchased 2. Like I said, it might have been a mistake. But if it's a travel themed one, it's a good mistake to have. So I am going to Greece. I'm going on a cruise that includes Greece. So maybe that is why I got 2. Maybe I got like 1 so I could use it like in my planners and stuff. And then I got another one. Oh, the food. And then I got another one that I can use like in my memory keeping books and stuff. So maybe this was intentional. It seems like it might have been intentional now that I look at it. And I really like when they come in these little metal tins because that also solves the problem of me maybe not forgetting that I have them. Because I can just put this like in my washi drawer. And now that I have 2, I can just stack them on top of each other. And that will hopefully help me remember that I have them. Let's move these off to this side. Ooh, okay. And then I got this little mini sticker book here. This says, have a good day, daily life at home. This is PET stickers. It says 20, I guess it's 20p for 20 pages. My guess is, yeah, they're going to be clear. Let me grab my piece of paper again. I'm trying to go through these quick, but at the same time, I still want to show you guys some of this stuff. Now, I will say a lot of this stuff, like this, like if you pull up this one thing, there'll be like 4 different versions that you can get. So I picked this one, which was the Life at Home one. Just because it was, again, it was stickers that I didn't already own, like similar ones to that. I thought this was like pretty cool for like self-care and things like that. I'm going to have to search. I'm going to have to do a search and figure out how much some of this stuff costs. Again, this one might have been because it's an actual like 20-page sticker book. This is likely probably more than a couple of bucks. It was probably like closer to like $4, but I will try to pop it up on the screen if I can find it. So I got these stickers here. These are also travel. This is washi stickers. All right, so here we go here. So with washi stickers, these are really, really thin, and they really do blend into the page. So even though you have a white border, once you put it on your page, it blends right in. But you can see this is like very travel themed here. This is kind of like reading theme, vintage reading theme, and this is a little bit nautical. I got it for this one, but I think they're all really, really cool. I also got these retro stickers of letters. These are kind of more like your ransom letters. So it just has 2 sheets of that. It looks like 3 of each letter. And it is 3 of each letter, even Z. So you might be able to get a sentence out of this before you run out. Again, I like the way they feel. They're matte. They're really, really cool. It looks like you cut it out from a magazine. So it really does give you that view of that. I don't know that I looked at this too well, because if I did, I probably would have ordered a couple of packs. So this might be on my reorder list. You do get free shipping at $29 too. So, but like I said, you do have to pay the tariff. But what I do is I just look at what I ordered and think about, okay, well, would I pay this much for all of that? All right, so here are my papers. I do like papers. So this is the Fairy Tale Secret Language paper set. So you get 10 papers. I just thought they were really, really cute. And I thought they could be really cute for like maybe my series journal, because I do a lot of fairy tale books and things like that. Not fairy tale books, but like fantasy books. I just thought these were really cool. They're just really pretty. And this, I like the feel of the paper. It's not super thick like a lot of your scrapbook paper. It's definitely thicker than like planner paper, but it's not as thick as like your heavy cardstock or anything, which is a plus for me because I don't want to bulk up my journals or my planners. So I could actually use this in a planner as well. And then I got Mysterious Attraction paper pack. I bought a few Halloween boxes, so I'm kind of, trying to collect some gothic things. I'm thinking about doing like a gothic theme and maybe a journal or something at some point. I think it'd be kind of fun. And it'd be super fun now, and probably easy now that I have so many stickers and papers and stuff. So these are just candles. I'm not going to go through all of those because you kind of know what they look like. They're just candles. All right, now we are going to get into all of the washi, the PET tape, and all of that fun stuff. Now, when you go to Journalsay, you can buy things as a set or you could buy things separately. I did buy, I think, at least one set, but some of them I did not. Are these the same too? I just kept like forgetting whether or not I added something to my cart, and I don't think it told you. I guess if I would have went through my order, I would have seen it. But so I got this sparkling thing. Now again, I didn't buy the whole set. I bought 3. I think these were all $1 and something each. $2.26. So I think I probably paid like $1.40 for them or something like that. And I thought about getting the set, but I didn't love them all, and I didn't think I would use them all. So that's the reason why I did not get the set. There we go. So these are all pre-cut. I did make sure they were all pre-cut. Now these are shiny, but look at that. I just thought that would look so pretty at the top of a page. And it does have like a little bit of hollow effect on it, like the holographic effect. And of course the little stems are holographic. So I bought this. And I bought all of these. I think I might have got the set of this. I bought all of this because, like I said, I think this might work on black paper as well. And I was just, thinking as, there are more and more different colored journals, paper journals that are available, that I wanted some options for like stickers and things like that to put in there. because mostly I have to use stickers that I print myself, and I do like a black offset instead of a white offset, so that way they can kind of go in there. But I would like to have some things I don't have to like think about because that I obviously have to think about beforehand when I go to print them before I do my spread. Okay, I don't think I meant to get 2 of these. I think there were 2 that were very similar, and apparently I added the same 2 to my cart. But look at this. This is also holographic. Look how pretty. Oh my goodness, that is so pretty. Let me get my reading journal. So this is how much, I guess I should be showing you this as well. So this I'm not going to open. So you do get a decent amount on the roll. I mean, it's not like an abundance of it, but to me, it's more than a lot of the washi sets that sometimes you get that feels like it's only like 3 loops. So you do get a decent amount on this roll for like $1 and something. I think it's sufficient. So this is my magical readathon journal that I still have not finished because I said I would do a flip through. And now I'm like, oh, do I just put it on this page? There we go. So that's what it looks like on black paper. And this was the darker of the sets. So there's black on here, but that looks really cool. So if you want washi or PET tape that goes on black paper, then these all should pretty much work. So again, this was the sparkling. This was the party sparkling. And there were, I think, like 5 or 6. Obviously, I only got 3. I got 4, but 2 of them are duplicates. I do like this tape versus the clear tape holding it together. I do like that. And then here is the blue one. Oh, I need to put this somewhere. I know that those are like Christmas like decor type things, but I don't know. I think they're really, really cool. I think I can use them whenever I want. If I want to use them for January, I can use them for January. They're very, very like cold looking. Okay, so those are the 4 that I got from that collection. Then I think I bought the entire collection here. Now, I will say buying the entire collection doesn't save you any money. I did the math. The only reason why I bought this one is I liked everything in this collection. But if I didn't like everything that was in a collection, or there's one I could do without, then I just bought everything separately. Now, you know, if they offered like a cheaper price for buying the whole collection, I would have bought all collections. This is the only bad thing about ordering PET tape and washi is the opening of it. The editing of this is going to be horrible because I'm going to have to go through and edit me opening all this stuff up. Okay. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Is this pre-cut? Oh, this one might not be pre-cut, y'all. This isn't pre-cut. So just know that this is the Butterfly Shadow Hazy set. Where's mine? I'm not going to stick this in this journal because obviously this theme is not for this. But I got this for also black paper journals. But look at that. Look how pretty that's going to be. Of course it would look pretty on white paper or any other kind of paper. But look how pretty that is. You got like the music note. So all of these are going to be butterflies because that is the name that is in here. They are all very similar. So I don't know if I'm going to open them all up. This one looks like it might be a little bit different. So if you know of any other like, you know, black paper washi or PET tape, like more like stickers, let me know down in the comments. If you found any like good brands or anything like that. I might have known this wasn't pre-cut. I might have just been like, you know what? I need it. Now this is going to be glossy too. So it's not, you know, only not pre-cut. It's also glossy, which isn't my favorite, but I feel like there's give and take. Like I said, this is definitely something that was not in my collection. I do want to see this one as well. And then we're going to move on to some of the other stuff. Because like I said, it's a lot here, y'all. I think my items, like I said, I think it was like 30 some total. And then if I bought the set, that didn't count. That was like one item. Oh my goodness, this is so pretty. So I thought this was more red. So I'm glad I opened this up. So this is more pink, which is fine. I mean, red, pink, whatever, it's fine. It's just like when it was all together in the packaging, it looked a little bit more red, but this is more of your pinks and stuff. But I like how it's more like, it goes like almost like ombre. So again, that is really pretty. They're all pretty much the same. So I think we're going to go ahead and move on to a different kind of set here. Okay, so now let's look at all the lace. So I've never had lace washi. I've had some like in sticker books that were like washi strips, washi sticker strips in the sticker books, but not really full on washi tape. So then here we go here. So this is also not pre-cut. When I say it's not pre-cut, that means it is a sticker. There we go. It's just one big sticker. So you can see, like if you don't want the shininess around it, you would have to cut around it, or you can just put it on the page just like that. So again, I got the white because I'm currently using a lavender paper journal. You saw the black paper journal. So there we go. So yeah, I think that's the reason why I got the white. Obviously, I don't think this would work on white paper. However, if you were using it in a white paper journal, you can always like put this on a piece of color paper and then put it in there. Didn't I just see some gold? Yes. Begins to have this out. Let's go ahead and look at this. So this is kind of like a lace type thing as well, but it's gold foil. So this is like a little bit of a kiss cut. It still has a border that's a little thick, so you're still going to see some of the border. Now I don't think this is going to show up as well on the black paper. Under the lights, it doesn't look like it will show up as well on the black paper, but because this is gold, this will show up probably fine on my purple paper. So you might be seeing this in my purple paper journal. Maybe I'll do a fancy spread for 1 month in my purple paper journal. Obviously it will look fine, like I said, in your white paper. And there we go. So all of this pretty much has the same amount on the roll. I haven't seen like a variation in the amount that's on the rolls. So they're all very similar. Like I said, for what you pay for it, I feel like that's probably on par. The quality feels fine to me. I don't like notice anything that feels like cheap or like it would break or anything. All right, we're doing lace. So we have two more lace. Actually, we're coming to an end, guys. We're coming to an end. Apparently with all this lace and stuff, I feel like I need like a romantic kind of theme for one of my journals. Do like a coquette theme. Look at this. Look how pretty that is. Can you see it with the hollow? I don't know if the white background would help or not. Can you see how pretty that is with a black hollow? Oh my goodness, that is so pretty. This is the Lace Curtain Dreams series vintage lace bow tie. The original price on the website was $3.15. With the flash sale was $1.54. So that's what I got it for. Which is kind of going to be that's going to be pretty much what I pay for everything. I think one of the sticker sheets, I think like this one might have been like $1. It was like when I was trying to like go ahead and get to like, I wanted to use every amount of the gift card. I didn't want to leave any extra stuff on there. So I think that's what I added at the last moment. There we go there. So more of your vintagey vibes. This is not like cut. So it's just like this whole thing is the sticker strip. I think that one was also $1.62. So this is the Lace Season Series Vintage Flower Lace Pet Tape. That is a mouthful. So both of these were the same. They had the same name to it. I just bought a black one and a white one. And during the flash sale, like I said, they were $1.62. Without the flash sale, they were $3.20 or something like that. So there we go there. Now this is Dark Red Wing Shadow by Candy Poetry. So again, you can see they all still have about the same amount on the roll. Now these are thin, and these are also holographic. That was just, I thought this would be the stuff that could show up pretty well on, like I said, black paper. But we're going to look at it on white paper first. Because I don't get like an abundance of it, I don't really want to swatch it. But you can kind of see right here, like the hollow with the black. It's more because of the hollow that you can see it. But this does also have like some darker designs on them too. So that might be harder to show up. And then here we go here. You can see that. So this is a sticker sheet as well. You just pull it off. So it's the washi tape with the backing. So a little bit of an extra work than just unrolling it and having it ready to go. But because it's clear, you really don't have a choice. And then the final one looks very similar. They all look very similar. This has more spacing in between it. Okay. And then this is the Baylor, I guess it's supposed to be Nightmare, but it's N-I-N-G-H-T. So I don't know if that's a misprint or what. Same brand. So this is part of the same set. And then these are those colors. You could probably see them better when they're like this. But you can see this one is like more of a wave design. And then this has kind of almost like a lace pattern. I hope you guys can see that one. I'll roll this one out. And then this one has like little florals on it. It's very similar to these designs. It's just a little bit thinner. So these are a little bit thinner. I'll roll this one out. You can see that. So pretty. So again, I think this will be a really cool edging when you don't want something harsh as washi, especially this. But again, you get enough. Now, if I was doing a double page spread and I was doing the perimeter of the double page, I would probably get maybe 4 spreads out of this. Okay. We'll just have to leave that as is. So this is page scroll. Woo. Okay. So this is very vintagey. I don't even remember ordering this. But I think now that I see like the crows or the ravens, that's probably why I ordered it. It kind of gave me the Gothic vibes. So this is washi tape, but you have the paper backing here that you pull off again. I don't really like the people on here, but it could probably work really well now that I think about it. Oh my goodness, hold up. Have we not hit? Are these all different? Oh my gosh, I think this whole thing is different, but I'm not going to keep unrolling it. You get the gist. This would actually be pretty cool for a reading journal as well, especially like one with vintage vibes, even like romantic vintage vibes. I think it could be really, really cool. Now, my frames that I bought, I didn't think about putting together a spread and having all of these like be aesthetic, but it'd be really cool with black frames to do even like a planner spread or a journal spread with this, and then have like black vintage frames and things like that on the page. Okay, y'all, we're almost done with all the PET tape and washi. I don't know if these are going to all fit in my washi holder. So this is the fairy tale one, but look at the little dragons. Look how cute they are. It was just so cute. I just thought it was adorable. Again, not really my aesthetic. I don't really decorate a lot of pages like this, but it was just so cute. I just had to get it. So this is, I believe this is the one that is the Chinese characters, or was it this one? I really like things like this. So this is how much you get on this. So this has the clear tape on it. But you can see this is a washi, so it's still like that thin washi paper. But look at this with like the Chinese design. I just think it's gorgeous. I just think the artwork on this was gorgeous. And when I saw this, this was one of the first things I added to cart. I mean, does that like scream like some of those like books, like the fantasy sketchbooks. I mean, look, it just keeps going and going. This is absolutely stunning. I love Asian inspired artwork, Asian artwork, everything like that. I absolutely love. So yeah, when I saw this, I had to have it. So pretty. We'll do the other large one. This is Have a Great Day. Is that what it's called? Night Forest. So this is going to be very similar to how that one is. It's just a different design. It's just so pretty. I think these will have to be journaling spreads. But look at this. It's just like a continuous, look at that. It's gorgeous. And just like the other one, it has the peel off, the backing peels off, and it's like washi stickers. This is just so pretty. So this can be used along the bottom, along the top, and the middle. It's so pretty. Ooh, the middle. That would be pretty. Going across the middle of the 2 pages. Oh. Then we'll open this one. This is, looks like cherry blossoms or florals and things like that. So I got a sticker right there. So this is a roll of PET tape. This does not look like it's kiss cut. I'm trying to make sure I did that. Like I said, when you order with insomnia. Yeah, this is not pre-cut. So this is like one big sticker sheet. So you peel the backing off, but look how gorgeous this is. Or again, this might be one that I just didn't care because I just love, I love it. I love these. They're just absolutely stunning and gorgeous. And I think I just didn't care. I'm like, if I have to cut them, that's fine. All right. And then we have the clouds. And this thing that can be like water. So this is by Retro Story. And this is Cloud and Rosy Cloud series of tapes. This is, like I said, this is Retro Story. And Strolling in the Clouds series of landscape tapes. They have a landscape section on their website. So mountains, clouds, all kinds of fun things. So here we go. Here you can see all the clouds. You can never have enough clouds. So I just got this. And it's the same thing here. These are just rainy clouds, so I'm not going to take that one out. Remind me not to get so much washi and PET tape. It just makes it so long to open up everything. Now this is just like an abstract, but it reminds me of water. There we go. Let's grab the paper. See it a little bit better. Look how pretty that is. That's not kiss cut either. So the whole strip is a sticker. Look how pretty it is with the gold, like the hollow effect too. So pretty. So I only got one of these because I wasn't like, it's super pretty, but it just wasn't something that I was sure like how often I would use it. Like I was tempted to buy the whole set. They have like different colors and things like that. But you know, I was trying to like only get things that I was pretty sure I was going to use. All right, let me move all of these. All right, so let me grab my swatch book, which I really think I need to reorganize because I don't like the way I did this, but that's okay. We're going to just flip back here. All right, so Tombos. We know Tombos are great. I was just want to know if they're not dried out. That was my kind of thing. I have a lot of Tombos, and I'm finding it hard to buy sets of Tombos because I always have colors in the sets, you know, like the 10-pack and things like that. So I'm like, let's try these. So this is 800. Okay, it looks fine. Very, very light. I wanted it very light for a reason. Can you see that? Because I like to highlight every other line. So yeah, this is $4.91. Again, I wanted it very, very light. 912. Ooh, that's really pretty. Yeah, nothing seems dried out. We'll do the yellow one, which is 25. Ooh, 025. Very gold. This one might have been one I probably should have thought a little bit harder about, just because I have a lot of this color in other markers. I do like this one though. This is 020. Again, I wanted light colors. That's what I was going for. So I'm going to swatch these in their correct spot later. But I got the 5 Tombos. They were a little bit pricey on the website, just for what, you know, what they are. Like I think I paid like 3 something for them, which a lot of times you can get them from Michael's. Buy one, get one half off or something like that, which kind of brings it maybe even a little bit cheaper. So I believe, I believe these are zebras, or are they not? Maybe I didn't get the zebras. Maybe I got the knockoffs. I don't think I got the zebras. So I got the Bitoon. So these are these are dual-sided. I like the colors. Let's just go here. Nothing's dried out. Oh, I like that color too. Again, can you see a theme? I was going for light colors, y'all. Going for light colors. These will be used a lot in my weekly planner. That is so pretty. It's like it's, and there we go there. So I did pretty good about getting a lot of different colors. That's not very far from that, but I did pretty well about choosing different colors. And then finally, this is the Choschk, C-H-O-S-C-H, Stamp Polka Dot Pens. So they are dots on one side and then fun little shapes on the other, which I liked because some of like the dot markers I have are dual-sided, and I never use the dual side. But this will be fun, and I use dot markers with a lot of things because I use them in my reading journal. I just use them a lot. So let's do, ooh, wait a minute. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. That wasn't a quite round circle. So this is a half moon. There we go. You gotta apply pressure. But then it has that little ink smudge on there. Then here's the blue. Oh, there we go. The first one wasn't good. This is a cloud. Did I pay attention to this when I bought it? Okay, there we go. So you gotta apply even pressure, but then it gets a lot of ink on there. I mean, these weren't that much. Okay, this is like a clover. Hopefully these will all be dry before I finish. That way we can actually see what they look like. So that first dot doesn't look round, but then it gets better. Okay. It almost looks like this. Yeah, the stamps. I think I've tried one of these stamps before. I think Zebra has some stamp ones. They do take a little finesse. That's a really light dot. I'll hold it up for in a minute. And then, okay, that went good on the first time. I like this color. And this is a heart. I don't like the ink distribution on the stamp side. It did not bleed through though. So there we go. All right, guys, there we go. So the only thing that I think might have been a fail is this, and that's just because the ink pad came loose. So right now I can't really use it. I think I'm going to try to carefully flip it over so that way the ink is like, so that way I can flip it like this and open it where it's in the top. Then I might be able to use it because it won't have much room to wiggle around. But right now that was kind of a bummer. Although this might be something that could happen with any stamp set because I guess they are just glued to the surface. But you know, a little disappointing because I wanted to swatch it today, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. I'm really impressed with The markers, you know, you're always a little hesitant to know, especially if you're getting them from like a cheaper website, whether or not they are going to be dried out or anything, but these all seem fine. Of course, the stamp part of it, now the dot worked fine. The second dot, the first dot wasn't as great, but the second dot worked fine. But I don't really love the actual shapes and little things there. It just didn't get a very good distribution of the ink. But if I'm being honest, that's not why I bought them. I bought them for the dot side. So the fact that I have the a little like the hearts and the clouds, that's just a bonus, and it's probably something I won't use. These are super cute. I love these. This is so cute. Definitely not an essential, but it's cute. And then my stickers and all of my washi. This was super cute in person. Mostly everything, there are tons of photos where you can see the stuff before you purchase, but just seeing it in person, I will say I'm really impressed with this. And I'm really happy with my washi and PET tape selections, especially because a lot of these appear to show up really well on blackout paper, which it was kind of one of the purposes for buying some of this. So that makes me really, really happy. So I will say for my very first Journalsay haul, I am very happy. I will be purchasing from them again. Not anytime soon because I got to find a place for all of this. And I'm trying to cut back on the supplies that I accrue. So maybe like this summer when I need to replenish some stuff, I probably will turn to Journalsay over even Temu, just because I am impressed with the packaging and things like that. And like I said, they are upfront with how much you will be charged for tariffs and everything like that. You'll see that when you go to check out, and you just pay it as part of your total cost versus having to pay anything extra upon delivery. So I do like that as well. Although Temu, they just incorporated into, I think their prices went up. So yeah, that is it, guys. So like I said, I do have a discount code, which is Tracy. It will save you an additional 8% off of your order. And I do have an affiliate link. So if you want to shop Journalsay, if you shopped there before, you're trying to shop there for the first time, then yeah, that should save you a little bit of extra money. And like I said, you do get free shipping at $29 as well. So that is a plus. So yeah, if you're looking to stock up, if you're new to journaling or planning or anything like that, and you're looking to get some supplies, I definitely recommend going to some of the discount sites. I really haven't noticed a big issue as far as quality goes. The only thing is sometimes the size is a little bit less, but with things like this, with a pattern, you got to think about how often you would use it. And that's probably as much as you would need, to be completely honest. You know, I'm speaking from the person who has yet to really finish a roll of washi or PET tape. So, yeah, this probably should be more than enough on the rolls for what I plan to use them for. So there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please press that like button. And if you've yet to subscribe, I hope you would also consider subscribing. All right, guys. I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening or night. Until next time. Bye.